Good evening, welcome. Thank you for joining us. This is the Marion City Council meeting for Thursday, November 20th, 2025. Welcome, everyone. With Team Marion, welcome to our newest member of Team Marion, Sue Lynn. Where are you? Oh, there you are. And thank you, everyone, for joining us. I would like to note that City Manager Ryan Waller is joining us for the meeting through Zoom. So he is participating in the meeting. Please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please be seated. Roll call, please.
Mr. Jensen.
Here.
Mr. Harper.
Here.
Mr. Miskimen.
Here.
Mayor Abou-Osley.
Present.
Ms. Menser.
Here.
Mr. Brandt. Mr. Sternad.
Here. Thank you. This time we have a moment of silence. Thank you. First, this evening, we have a proclamation for National Hunger and Homelessness Awareness Week. We have Kelsey Culver with the Institute for Community Alliances here to accept it. Are you here? Please come forward. Whereas hunger and lack of housing affect numerous individuals and families in our community, creating barriers to health, education, and opportunity. And whereas the city recognizes that housing and food insecurity are a serious concern for Marion and communities across the state and nation. And whereas the city is grateful for the many organizations committed to sheltering, housing, and providing supportive services such as transportation, meals, and food supplies to people who are unhoused and experiencing food insecurity. And whereas raising public awareness about hunger and lack of housing encourages more community involvement, advocacy, and policy solutions to help those experiencing these challenges. And whereas National Hunger and Homelessness Awareness Week provides an important opportunity to recognize the efforts of our neighbors, nonprofit organizations, and civic leaders who are working to end hunger and support those who are unhoused. Now, therefore, I, Nicholas Abou-Osley, Mayor of the City of Marion, Iowa, do hereby proclaim November 16th through 22nd, 2025, as National Hunger and Homelessness Awareness Week, and encourage all residents to recognize the impacts of housing and food insecurity in our community and to support the efforts of residents and organizations who are working to support our neighbors experiencing such challenges.
Thank you to Mayor and the Council for recognizing this week and specifically for recognizing our neighbors in crisis and the providers doing the work to try to alleviate some of that. Thank you.
Thank you. Next item on the agenda is our first public forum. We have two public forums at every council meeting. The first one is for any comments from members of the public on items that are listed on the agenda but are not associated with a public hearing. If anyone would like to speak regarding an item that is set for public hearing, there will be time during the public hearing for comments. Before we begin, I would like to review the rules of procedure for public hearing, for public comments. If you're going to address the council, please fill out the yellow cards at the end of the table and turn them into the city clerk before you speak. Please do not approach the dais where the council is sitting. If you have handouts, please submit them to the city clerk and they will be distributed to the council. Once you're called forward, please step up to the podium and speak into the microphone as the meetings are recorded. You're encouraged to state your name, address, and any group affiliation. All persons wishing to speak are limited to 5 minutes to make their comments. Please do not engage in any conduct or speech that is imminently threatening to any person or which incites violence or which is obscene. Please do not make any comments that are disparaging towards any individual, but keep your comments relevant to the topic. Please avoid repeating comments or points that have been previously shared by other speakers. Please do not engage in conduct that disrupts the orderly progress of the meeting or engage in speech or conduct which interferes with others' ability to participate in the meeting. Failure to adhere to these guidelines or engaging in any disruptive speech or behavior will, after a warning, result in removal from the meeting. We appreciate everyone's cooperation in adhering to these rules of procedure. So we will now open the public forum. If anyone is here to address council on any topic that is listed on the agenda but not part of a public hearing, please come forward. All other topics, there will be another public forum at the end of the meeting. Anyone here to address council, please come forward. Any topic that is on the agenda but not part of a public hearing. Okay, seeing no one's coming forward, we'll close this part of the meeting, proceed to the consent agenda.
Mayor, I move to approve the consent agenda as follows. Items A1 through F1, resolutions 32630 through 32642.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the consent agenda as presented, including items A1 through F1, resolutions 32630 through 32642. Discussion.
Yes, Your Honor. On A12, did we intend to put an amount associated with that resolution? I think that was the item that we talked about at work session.
I'll answer that. It's actually in the body of the resolution. It's just not in the title.
Yeah.
You are more than welcome to add it to the title if you want.
Okay, I think I'm looking at A12 and I just don't see the amount in the summary.
But the resolution itself is what she's saying includes the amount, so.
Okay,
And for the record, that amount is 15,000.
Right,
okay, all right,
okay.
thank you.
Is that sufficient?
Yep.
Okay. Any other discussion regarding the consent agenda before we vote? Okay, all those in favor of approving the consent agenda as presented, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, please say no. The motion is approved. For the next section, I will turn over the meeting to Mayor Pro Tem.
Mayor Pro Tem, I move to approve the consent agenda with Mayor Abalosly's abstention as follows. This will be items E1, resolutions 32643.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the consent agenda. The mayor's abstention as follows. Item E1, resolution number 32643. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Okay. And with that, the consent agenda with the mayor's abstention is approved.
Wait. Okay, the next item is a public hearing on the proposed development agreement with ESCO Electric Company, including annual appropriation tax increment payments. We have a presentation, Leanne.
Yes, Your Honor. This is to support a project out at 6260 North Gateway Drive in the Marion Enterprise Center. ESCO Electric Company would be constructing an office and prefabrication and logistics warehouse. Construction is slated to be completed by December 31st, 2026, with the incentive offered being a 12-year, 100% rebate not to exceed $2.5 million. And the developer has agreed to a minimum assessment agreement of $7.6 million for the 12-year agreement.
Okay, the public hearing is now open. Anyone here to address council either in opposition or in favor of this measure, please come forward at this time. Okay, seeing no one is coming forward, we'll ask the staff if anyone has submitted comments outside the meeting.
No comments were received.
No, Your Honor.
Okay, so please note that for the record. We'll close the public hearing. For the vote, I will turn over the meeting to the Mayor Pro Tem.
Mayor Pro Tem, I move to approve resolution number 32644, approving development agreement with ESCO Electric Company, authorizing annual appropriation tax increment payments, and pledging certain tax increment revenues to the payment of the agreement.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve resolution number 32644. Is there any discussion? Yeah, Randy.
Just a question. I think my understanding of this is this expands ESCO's footprint in the city of Marion in that they keep their offices located adjacent to Tower Terrace. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay, good. Thanks.
Any other discussion? All those in favor of approving resolution number 32644, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? With that, the resolution is approved and I'll pass it back to the mayor.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I abstained, right?
Yes. Yep. With that, I'll pass it back to the mayor.
Next item is a public hearing on a proposal to enter into a general obligation urban renewal loan agreement and repurposing bond proceeds. Presentation.
Thank you. This is to repurpose the General Obligation Urban Renewal Bond Series 2019B. This series had less than 1.4 million left in proceeds. It was originally intended for airport improvement projects, and we have sold the airport, so therefore we needed to reallocate. An important thing to note on this one is because it was within an urban renewal area under the Collins Road Urban Renewal Area, in order to maintain the state tax exemption for bondholders, it needed to be on a project, an exempt project listed in that Collins Road Urban Renewal Area. And we did go through that process. Tonight would be the final action City Council would make in order to repurpose those bonds. And the last thing I want to add is these are not additional expenditures we are making on the Aquatic Center planning and design. This was the initial planning and design that we did leading up to the council's decision not to move forward with a referendum this year. We are able to do that as we consulted with legal, and it was previously going to be funded with local option sales tax. So moving from more flexible funding to this very restrictive funding.
Okay. At this time, the public hearing is open. If anyone is here to address council, either in favor or in opposition to this measure, please come forward. Okay. We'll ask the staff if anyone has submitted comments outside the meeting.
No comments were received.
No, Your Honor.
Thank you. Please note that for the record. We'll close the public hearing, proceed to the resolution.
Yes, Your Honor, I move to approve resolution number 32645, taking additional action on proposal to enter into a general obligation urban renewal loan agreement and repurposing bond proceeds.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve resolution number 32645, taking additional action on a proposal to enter into general obligation urban renewal loan agreement and repurposing the bond proceeds. Discussion, questions for staff? Okay, all those in favor of approving resolution number 32645, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, please say no. The motion is approved. Next item is public hearing regarding the City Hall renovation project. We have a presentation. Kim?
We do. Good evening. We are here, as you said, for the public hearing regarding our City Hall renovation project. This is a significant project of renovation of our 23,400 square feet of the existing City Hall building. This facility was built in 2006, so we're almost 20 years into the building, and it's time to do some refreshing. This project is primarily focused on the strategic organization of the departmental services and enhance both the public accessibility and the safety of the employees. The key component of this renovation involves relocating the community development department, planning and building division, and IT department from the second floor to the first floor. And then CMO, finance and human resources would then shift to the second floor. Work includes finishing the finish enhancements with the wall and the door relocation. There's a few relocations, moving some walls, adding some offices down here at the first floor. We have a main wall where the chamber once was, and Medco. That wall would open up and then open up those offices. It also provides some additional conference room space that we're always definitely in need of. The enhancement will be doing carpet, painting, all of those types of things. If you'll notice here that we had engineering estimate of $483,537. Our bids came in much higher than that, 25.3% increase when you look at the lowest bid price. We did review the bids. These bids were very, very close to one another, and there wasn't really a lot of difference based on materials, those types of things. It was really more about the short time that we're asking the contractor, or giving them 4 months to keep things moving along so that we're not disadvantaging our residents that are coming in, and along with staff, and making sure that we get everybody back into the right place in a short period of time. That was one of those important. It was important to the staff with this period of time, along with knowing that will be some relocation or temporary working from home for a short period of time and those types of things. So it was important for us to have that short time frame. We are prepared for finance-wise to be able to recommend then Garland Construction as the low bid.
Okay, thank you. At this time, the public hearing is open. If anyone is here to address council, either in favor or in opposition to this measure, please come forward. Okay, seeing no one is coming forward, we will ask the staff if anyone's received comments outside the meeting.
I have not.
No comments were received.
Please note that for the record. We'll close the public hearing and proceed to the motion.
Mayor, I move to approve project calendar regarding the 2025 City Hall renovation project as follows. Resolutions 32646 and resolution 32647.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the project calendar for the 2025 City Hall renovation project as proposed by staff. Any discussion?
Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Tim, I think we've been talking about this. We previewed it many months ago. If I just take the salient points from the staff memo and think about the things we've talked about previously, one of the important features of this is that we're enhancing building security.
Correct.
Yeah, and I think given events elsewhere over the last 4 to 5 years, that is a very important objective. But also, I think having the high-touch organizations that the community depends on, getting them situated in a more convenient, publicly accessible situation is certainly desirable, but I was focusing certainly on building security.
So absolutely.
Okay.
Other discussion? Okay, all those in favor of the motion, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, say no. The motion is approved. Next item is a public hearing regarding Marion City Hall generator project.
Yes, Your Honor. So this is upgrading the current generator that we have for this facility. If you don't know where it's at, right outside the parking lot on the east side of the building. So the proposal is to upgrade it to a 150 kilowatt, 521 amp, 208 volt natural gas generator. And so a lot of that is just lead time to get it here. We did get 3 bids for this project. The low bid came in from Hawkeye Electric at 185,000. 74% of the engineer's estimate has a completion date of 10/2/26 and liquidated damages in $300 per day. And we are recommending going with Garland Construction and proceeding with the project.
So Garling or Hawkeye Electric? Yes, that was the prior one. Okay. So the recommendation is to proceed with Hawkeye Electric. All right. Anyone here to address council, either in favor or in opposition to this measure, please come forward. We will ask the staff again if you've received comments outside the meeting.
No comments were received.
We have not received any comments.
Please note that for the record. We'll close the public hearing. For the motion, I'll turn over the meeting to the Mayor Pro Tem.
Mayor Pro Tem, I move to approve the project calendar regarding the Marion City Hall generator project as follows. Resolution 32648 and 32649.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve resolutions number 32648, resolution number 32649. Is there any discussion, questions? Steve?
My question, I'm not a generator expert, but you said this is an upgrade?
Yep. And I'm not a generator expert either, but I can tell you the current generator that we have powers very little. And this generator, I believe, is going to power everything should we have a power outage.
Okay, so what you're saying is the original generator was undersized to accommodate the requirements of a fully staffed building.
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
Any other discussion?
It's me.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Randy?
What will happen to the current generator?
I'd have to look. I'm assuming it either becomes property of the contractor, or we would put it on gov deals, but typically it becomes part of I'd have to look through the contract, but usually it becomes part of the contractor and then they can dispose of it. And usually then they include that as part of their price.
Was there anywhere else in the city that would be utilized?
It's so small, I'm not sure what it would be used for is the problem. I think it runs our IT area and that's about it, to be honest.
Sure. Okay, thank you.
Any other questions or discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor of approving project calendar regarding the Marion City Hall generator project, resolutions 32648, resolution 32649, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions?
Aye.
Motion is approved. And with that, I'll pass it back to the mayor.
Thank you.
Mayor, move to approve ordinance number 25-31, amending chapter 340, 11.1 of the Marion Code of Ordinances related to zoning board of adjustment. This will be City of Marion and second consideration.
Second.
Been moved and seconded to approve ordinance number 25-31 regarding amendment to chapter 340-11.1 of the Code of Ordinances relating to zoning board of adjustment. Discussion? Okay, all those in favor of approving the second consideration of ordinance number 25-31, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, please say no. The motion is approved.
Mayor, I move to approve ordinance number 25-32, amending chapter 340, zoning regulations pertaining to definitions, district use tables, and specific use standards of the Marion Code of Ordinances related to auxiliary dwelling units, ADUs. This is brought by the city of Marion, and this is the second consideration.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the second consideration of ordinance number 25-32, amending chapter 340 of the Code of Ordinances. Discussion? Okay, all those in favor of approving ordinance number 25-32, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, say no. The motion is approved. Next item is our second public forum, which is a time to address city council on any topic. Anyone here to address council, please come forward. Welcome.
Good evening. My name is Nancy Miller, 4618 Chestnut Ridge Court, Northeast Cedar Rapids, Iowa, 52411. I am here tonight. I wish I could give all 7 of you each $100, but I'm not able to do that. But I wanted to show you my gratitude and to thank you for our friendship of 33 years. That's when it began. When in spring of 1992, I hope I did my math right, I received a wonderful inheritance from my mother and father, $1 million, which just about blew me away. She was down at Mercy Homer, and she asked me that my sister and I would be getting a gift. She didn't say the amount at that moment. I had brought her clothes down to Homer. We had her every weekend. What I'd do if I got a lot of money from her, and I have to admit, I was really kind of sassy or smart aleck. I said, you and Dad always did a lot for the Catholic church and schools up in my town of Manitowoc, Wisconsin. I don't quite have your fervor. My fervor is libraries. And I've been volunteering for many, many years at in the summertime when I was not teaching second grade at St. Pius, in the basement children's room of the Andrew Carnegie Library. And often they would talk about, we need a new library. This is a 1905 library. I would say, isn't there anyone in Marion who can start a campaign? No, there isn't anybody. And so anyhow, at the end of the little smart aleck conversation I said with my mother, I said to her, I'd like to donate as much as I could to the Marion Public Library, and I think Vic Kloppenstein, but more importantly, my next door neighbor, Susan Kling, your wonderful, wonderful library director for 24 years, was my next door neighbor. And I said, I'd love to go over to her and tell her, let's get going. Let's build or start the capital campaign for this library. And she got up and she gave me a big hug and kiss. And she says, I'd be so proud of you. And she died 2 weeks later. I felt I had gotten her blessing. Yes, I did call Susan Kling. I told her, get the wine and beer out. And she couldn't understand why. I mean, she literally lives next door to me. And that began it. And so it is with great joy of everything that I've worked. I did not renew my teacher's contract at St. Pius. And you have shown your appreciation, your love and care to me. I mean, you've been like my second family. And I just wanted to say thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to give you a very not $100, bookmark. As a teacher, I'm telling you, you need to read everything on it. It says discover riches at your library. This is Ben Franklin, who started the first public library. This is cutesy second grade stuff, you know, that I did. American libraries, in libraries we trust, easy for you to use. And on the back, I wrote, which is my heart speaking, visit the public library. You'll be inspired, awed, and educated. And I signed my name, and that's my really purpose in life. I'm 82, how many more years I'm walking the earth. And my statement is, in the United States, the public library, if not is the most democratic institution in the United States. Anybody can come, any color, any race, money, no money, anything, to be awed, inspired, and educated. My mother gave me a wonderful opportunity, and I'm here tonight to thank you for all these years that you have surrounded me with love and care, because I have no family here, but you are my family. And our wonderful library director, Bill Collins, gave me Bill Collins, who gave me how to, I'm so excited. I can't actually give each one of you up there. I have to give it the lady in blue. Some more bookmarks. Yeah, I'm speaking from the heart, and I thank you very much. And for that award, the Morris Neighbor Award, or supposed to be back here, I just don't know the rules, that I received.
You are listening to the rules. Good
Pardon?
job.
That I received on the impact. I thank you from the bottom of my heart, all of you. You've been an inspiration. And I really feel like in my heart, I live in Marion. Thank you.
Thank you, Nancy. It's the other way around. You inspire us. Thank you.
Pardon?
It's the other way around. You inspire us. So.
Two-way street.
Thank you for everything you've done. Anyone else address City Council? Welcome.
Leon Pallison, 1975, 31st Street. A question with council. It was an item that was previously announced with the allocation of the airport, 1.4 million to the aquatic center. I had just a question. Is that additional funds to that center, or is that to reimburse what has been spent already?
Sir, the council and city staff typically don't take questions during this time. It's your time to address them. But Leanne, the finance director, can meet with you after to answer those questions.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming in. Anyone else address council? Okay, we'll close this part of the meeting and proceed to council comments. We'll start with Councilmember Jensen. Councilmember Jensen.
That was not me. Okay, so I got a question. Raise your hand if you're really in favor of the cold weather that's coming at the end of next week. Yeah, look at this guy over here. I knew Seth would raise his hand because on the 29th of November will be the opening day for the ice trail. So he was hoping and wishing for some cold weather. So you've got it, buddy. Good luck on that. I think that's going to be a great time. Happy Thanksgiving.
Very cool. Two items, Your Honor. First off, kind of on the heels of Nancy's comments about the library, and really, I think I'm now sort of directing this to Bill at the back of the room. Somewhere this week, I heard on the radio the notion that from when we are very young until, say, maybe 9 or 10, we learn to read. And thereafter, we read to learn. And I thought that was pretty insightful. And it also really places an importance on early education to help youngsters learn how to read, because that's our primary way that we take our learning, coupled with what we observe visually. So I thought that was pretty cool. The only other thing that I wanted to say is I wish everybody an absolutely wonderful, happy Thanksgiving. And I just really hope that your time with friends and relatives is filled with joy and also safe and sound if you travel.
Thank you.
None for me tonight.
Sarah.
I'd say happy Thanksgiving, and I think we have some adjusted schedules in December. So for those who regularly attend, double check the calendars because we're combining some meetings, which I look forward to. And I'll be council office hours on Saturday at the library, speaking of the library. So talk about all the great things happening in Marion.
Randy?
Yes, thanks. I have the opportunity to visit with a lot of people, and over these last few weeks, I've been working with specifically a lot of the elderly due to Medicare, but it continues to astonish me, people that are coming into Marion that haven't been here for a while, and as they kind of see the changes, and then also to the decorations for the holidays. So I wanted to just again say thank you to our staff, all of our partners with the city, the community as a whole. Any arterial road that you come into our community after sunset, it's spectacular. It's absolutely breathtaking. So that's very exciting, and it's fun to witness and to listen to these people talk about how Marion has changed over the years. So along with my peers up here as well too, I want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. Another great opportunity for another 4-day weekend for those of us that get that lucky Friday off. So hope you get to spend some great time with family as well. So thanks.
Okay, thank you. So Seth, how many years have you been here as part of Team Marion? 6 years, okay. So the first conversation I had with Seth when he got here was, Seth, what can you do about holiday lights? Because previous to that, we kind of just sort of threw up some lights in the trees and the overgrown trees in Uptown. And Seth said, well, I think I can do something with that. I can, I know how to do it. So that first year I went out and raised $8,000 to get us started. And since then, the chamber leadership class has taken on the role of raising funds, and the city matches those funds every year. And together we have really elevated Marion's place in the region really as a place where we absolutely reach higher and do better for the community, and the joy that the holiday displays do bring to the community is really cool to see. It really lifts the spirits of the community, especially in times that are more difficult or where people are experiencing challenges. So it's really wonderful. And so this year we're increasing the cool factor even more with the opening of the ice loop. Just can't wait to drive by or be there and see people enjoying that and seeing Uptown alive. When you think about 6 years ago, Uptown was really not very active, and there wasn't a whole lot going on. You rarely saw people walking around at night. And in that short 6 years, we've come to what we have now, and it's really just awesome to see. Hot off the press, the new messenger, the winter 2025 edition. I just want to acknowledge Amber Bissinger for the great job she does with this, and then all the staff for collaborating on providing all the information that goes into this. It's really a really helpful communication piece with the community, and just one of our points of pride. So encourage all residents to look at that. I do want to reiterate the office hours with the city council. We have been doing the office hours for 10 years now, and we're back at the library for the winter months weekly, and it's an opportunity to engage with council and to share ideas and to have questions answered. So encourage all residents to meet us at the library and engage in conversation and all things Marion. We've had a string of ribbon cuttings recently since the last meeting, believe it or not. Neon Dragon Tattoo Art Collective, art studio. It's a really big art studio or tattoo art studio. Enjoyed getting the tour of that and meeting everyone there. Bartini's had their ribbon cutting. And the Tobby Park and Ascension Park, both new play areas have been open now. We'd had the ribbon cuttings for both. Just another indicator of that Marion is growing, doing positive things. We're on the move. We're investing in quality of life and quality of place and giving people the opportunities they want for themselves and their families. So with that, I want to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving, and we will see you next time.